Hi everyone. Sorry, I just had to turn off my camera in the background, or my light because it was just very bright. Hi everyone, welcome to the Becoming series. This is the podcast where you can go with me on this personal development journey. In this podcast, I review books that can help you and help me on our journey of becoming millionaires. In this series, I am reviewing this book, .com Secrets by Russell Brunson. Excellent, excellent book. Today, I'm asking the question because it's a question that's in the book. Do you have $1 million offer? So Russell gives an example of when he was at an event. He remembers paying $25,000 to be part of a Bill Glazer, Dan Kennedy mastermind program. And he said at the time, his highest back end offer was $5,000. So someone in the program asked him, "So, Russell, what do you sell next to the people who paid $5,000?" And Russell his response was this. He said, "I told him that I didn't have anything else to offer." And the person responded, "Russell, that's the 5,000 by a lead. You need to sell them something else." Okay. So that's my question to you today. Do you have $1 million offer? So Russell was part of this mastermind where he had paid £25,000 and somebody asked him if he had an offer beyond $5,000. And then Russell goes on to say that interestingly, during that night, the same group where he had paid $25,000, they were offered a chance to buy an additional 30,000 experience. And he says 9 out of the 18 people in the group actually bought the offer. So on top of buying the program for 25,000, during the program, they offered them an additional program for 30,000, and 9 out of the 18 people bought that. Russell says that was when I realized that there really is no end to your value ladder. He says it's one of the reasons why Russell created his $1 million program. So, as a result of Russell being part of that mastermind, he learned that actually I have to have $1 million program. And so that's why the title of today's podcast is, Do You Have $1 million program? Russell says, "Imagine my shock and excitement the first time someone said yes." You see, when you keep adding different offers to your value ladder, at times or at the first time, it might seem like nobody will pay for that. Who's going to pay me, I don't know, £50,000? Or who's going to pay me £100,000 to work with me? And so when Russell introduced his $1 million program, maybe he never thought anybody would pay, but he says, imagine his shock and excitement the first time someone actually said yes. And he says a percentage of your audience will always want to pay you the premium to get more value. You see, out of all the customers you have, there will be a small percentage, no matter how small, who would want to pay more so they can work with you. And Russell says the only limit to your value offerings is your imagination. Okay. Your imagination is the only limit. He says, keep thinking of higher and higher levels of service, and you can keep charging more and more money. He says there's always something else you can offer. So, really, my question to you today is, do you have $1 million offer or £1 million offer? I'm in the UK, we use pounds. Now, I was really challenged by this when I first read it, and I thought, actually, blessing, at the moment, you may not have £1 million offer, but you need to develop one. Okay. So, this is something that I have since developed. I haven't yet articulated it. I think this is the first place where I'm articulating it. But I've created a value ladder at different levels until someone can pay me 1 million. Now, I don't know how long it might take before I get there. Okay. I don't know how long it will take before someone says yes. But if I don't have it, I won't be able to introduce it. So, my challenge to you is whatever product, whatever service you're offering, how can you increase it or increase the value you give to people by introducing $1 million or £1 million offering. It does mean that you have to give them something of that value and higher. So, what can you offer to your clients, to your customers that they'll be willing to pay you $1 million for? That's my question to you. All right. Tomorrow, God willing, we'll look at different types of funnels for each step of your value ladder. But for today, I want to leave this thought with you. Do you have $1 million offer? Do you have £1 million offer? If you do, good on you. Have you started promoting it? If you don't, why don't you? Is it because you've never thought about it? Is it because you don't think it's possible? Imagine Russell's shock when somebody said yes. So that's my challenge to you. All right. I hope you've enjoyed it. Put it in the comments. Let me know your key takeaways from today. Thank you and take care. God bless. Bye bye.